process is to convert the data into information. Arithmetic, logic unit, and control unit sections have special purpose location called registers. Which part of the computer is used for calculating and comparing? ALU, arithmetic and logic unit, is used for calculating and comparing. The basic goal of computer process is to convert data into information. What is the basic purpose of basic goal of computer process? Converting data into information. Arithmetic, logic unit, and control unit sections have special purpose location called registers. Which part of the computer is used for calculating and comparing? ALU. The CPU comprises of control, memory, and arithmetic or logic unit. C in CPU denotes central. The microprocessor is the brain of the computer and is also called a microchip. Microprocessor is the brain of the computer, is also called microchip. If a processor has a word of size 0.32 bits compared to a processor with a word size of 16 bit, it can at a time twice as much. Which of the following company developed the microprocessor? Intel developed the microprocessor. Intel developed the microprocessor. Main circuit board in the computer that connects the parts of the computer is the motherboard. Main circuit board. Motherboard is the main circuit board in the computer which connects the parts of the computer. Which of the following manages computer resources? Control unit manages computer resources. Control unit manages computer resources. What is the responsibility of the logical unit in the CPU of a computer? To compare numbers. Responsibility of logical unit in the CPU of a computer is to compare numbers. Logical unit of the CPU is to compare numbers. Which of the following is not a function of the control unit? Direct operation is not the function of the control unit. Is when the more power hungry components such as monitor and the hard drive are put in idle standby mode. The portion of the CPU that coordinates the activities of all the other computer components is control unit. The portion of the CPU that controls the activities of all other computer components is the control unit. Control unit is the portion of the CPU. Control unit is the portion of the CPU that coordinates the activities of all other computer components. Which of the following is an important circuit in a computer system that directs the operation of the processor? Control unit is the important circuit in a computer system. Control unit is the important circuit in a computer system that directs the operation of the processor. What is the brain of the computer called? CPU is the brain of the computer. Processor contain a control unit and an arithmetic logic unit. Processor contained a control unit and an arithmetic and logic unit. Can interpret voice data into words that can be understood by the computer. Speech recognition software can interpret voice data into words that can be understood by the computer. Speech recognition software can interpret voice into words that can be understood by computer. USB in data cable stands for what? Tell me. Universal serial bus. USB universal serial bus. USB universal serial bus. Universal serial bus. USB in data cable stands for universal serial bus. Which of the following is a hardware? Server is hardware. What does MICR stands for? Magnetic ink character recognition. M for magnetic, I for ink, C for character, R for recognition. Magnetic ink character recognition. MICR. Magnetic ink character recognition. Which of the following is an example of an input device? Scanner is an input device. Scanner is what? Is an input device. Which of the following could be digital input device for computer? All digital input device like digital camcorder, microphone, scanner, all the three devices are known as the digital input devices. The most common method of entering text and numerical data into a computer system is through the use of a keyboard. The most common method of entering data and numerical data into computer system through the use of a keyboard. Yeah. The scanners scans. The scanner scan either picture or text. Dumb test terminal have terminals and mouse or speaker. Dumb terminal have terminals and mouse or speakers. What provides hard copy output on paper? Printer provides hard copy on paper. What is the standard input device of most computer? Keyboard is the standard input device of most computers, which connects the CPU to various internal components and to expansion cards for graphics and sound. A read-only memory ROM connects the CPU. ROM connects the CPU to various internal components to expand cards for graphics and sound. Any component of the computer you can see and touch is hardware. Input device which is used to get a printed diagram into a computer is scanner. Printed diagram into a computer is a scanner. External devices such as printers, keyboards, modems, also known as peripherals. External devices like printers, keyboards, modems are known as peripheral device. Input devices used to provide the steps and tasks the computer need to process the data, and these steps and tasks are known as instructions. Input devices used to provide the steps and tasks the computer needs to process data, and these steps and tasks are known as instruction. Which of the following input device is a user programmable? Intelligent terminal is user programmable. Peripheral devices such as printer, monitors are considered to be hardware. Peripheral devices such as printers, monitors are known as what? Hardware. Devices which store information and that are used by computer for the functioning are called storage device. Which of the following is the smallest unit in an image in a computer screen? Array is the smallest unit in an image. Array is the smallest unit in an image in a computer screen. Array, there is a confusion. Please tell me the correct answer. Which of the following is the smallest unit in an image in a computer screen? Your options are unit, pixel, array, resolution. So comment it down. Storage that retain its data after the power is turned off is referred to as non-volatile storage. Storage which retains its data after the power is turned off is known as non-volatile. It's not volatile. Non-volatile storage, because it retains the data even after switching off the computer. The term bit is short for binary digit. The term bit is short for binary digit. The primary device that a computer uses to store is hard drive. What is the primary device that computer uses to store information? Primary device that computer uses to store information, hard drive. Hard drive which store information, which computer uses to store information. This is the primary device, which is hard drive. A removable magnetic disk that holds information is hard drive. Removable magnetic disks that hold information is called hard drive. Is a removable magnetic disk. Which of the following is the example of optical disk? Optical disk, digital versatile disk. Digital versatile disk is the example of optical disk. The CD-ROM drive is used to play compact disc. CD-ROM is used to play compact disc. Information stored in RAM needs to be refreshed periodically. RAM, random access memory, information, whatever information stored in RAM is need to be refreshed periodically. The storage device used to compensate for the difference in rate of flow of data from one device to another is termed as what? Comment it down. Virtual memory is an illusion of extremely large main memory. Virtual memory is the illusion of extremely large memory. Computer abbreviation KB usually means kilobyte. Byte can represent any number between 0 and 255. Byte represent any number between 0 and 255. Byte represent any number between 0 and 255. The term gigabyte refers to what? 1024 megabytes. Gigabytes means 1024 MB. GB, 1 GB means 1024 MB na. 1024 megabyte. Which of the following memory chip is faster? SRAM is faster. SRAM is a memory chip which is faster. Cache and main memory will not be able to hold their contents when the power is off. They are volatile. Cache and main memory will not able to hold their contents when the power is off. They are volatile memory, and the memory which can retain the data even after power off is known as non-volatile memory. Full form of ME, megabyte. MB hoga, sorry. Memory is made up of large number of cells. Memory is made up of what? Large number of cells. Floppy disks are organized as tracks and sectors. Floppy disks are organized as tracks and sectors. What is the ability of a device to jump directly to the requested data? Random access is the ability to device to jump directly to the requested data. Random access is the ability of the device to jump directly to the requested data. This is the amount of data that a storage device can move from the storage to the computer per second. Data transfer rate is the amount of data that a storage device can move from storage to the computer per second. What is that? Data transfer rate. Data transfer rate is the amount of data a storage device can move from the storage to the computer per second. Both the ALU and control section have special purpose storage location called registers. Both the arithmetic, logic unit and control sections have special purpose storage location. These are known as registers. Capacity of 3.5 inch floppy disk is what? 1.44 MB. Capacity of 3.5 inch floppy disk is 1.44 MB. Where are the programs and data to be used by the computer available? In storage, programs and data to be used by computer available. DAS act as temporary high speed holding area between memory and the CPU, thereby improving processing capabilities. Cache memory acts as temporary high speed holding area. Temporary high speed holding area between memory and CPU, thereby improving processing capabilities. How many bytes are there in 1 gigabytes? 10 the power 8 bytes. 10 the power 8 bytes are there in 1 gigabytes. 10 the power 8. 10 the power 8 bytes are there in 1 gigabyte. Which of the following is the smallest measure of storage? Byte is the smallest measure of storage. A byte is a collection of what? 8 bits. A byte is a collection of 8 bits. A byte is a collection of what? 8 bits. A byte is a collection of 8 bits. Kilobytes equal to how many bytes? 1024 bytes. KB is equal to 1024 bytes. Kilobyte is equal to 1024 bytes. Which of the following statements is or are true? Cache memory are smaller than RAM. Cache memory are smaller than RAM. Random access memory. This is true. What is the main folder of a storage device? Main folder of a storage device, root directory. Main folder of a storage device is known as root directory. Main folder of a storage device, root directory. DVD refers to what? Digital video disc. Digital video disc. DVD refers to digital video disc. Digital video disc is known as DVD. DVD means digital video disc. So that's all about this video. If you find it useful, like, subscribe my YouTube channel for more such informational content.